Hello guys and welcome back. Today we'll make another seasoned soup that's going to be basil tomato soup with the roasted tomato, which will make it even deeper in flavor and more creamy thanks to heavy cream and Parmesan cheese. My name is Kryshtal and let's get started. So for the ingredients today, as mentioned, we'll have roasted tomatoes and we'll have Roma tomatoes. You know, this kind of shape, they have less of water but deeper taste and more flavor. We'll have fresh basil, we'll have Parmigiano cheese, we'll have heavy cream and onion, garlic, and one more ingredient, we'll have potato to have the soup even more creamy. Let's go on. We'll start our preparation with roasting the tomatoes. So preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and start preparing the tomatoes. Slice on halves and put on the deck all your tomatoes. As mentioned, these kind of tomatoes will give you better taste and more creamy structure of the soup because they have less of the juice, less of water, but more of deep flavor as well. So let's all of them put on our deck. All the tomatoes are diced already and we'll season with salt all over all the tomatoes. Nice. And pepper. Of course, you can make the soup without roasted tomato, regular tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, but roasting tomato gives much deeper flavor, a little bit of sweetness of tomatoes, especially these kind of tomatoes will give you more sweetness to your soup and more creamy structure. I would recommend doing this way. Okay, and a little bit of olive oil on top. Not too much. Okay, and one more ingredient. We'll have garlic. Just cut the top and put along with your tomatoes. Now we'll move it to oven for around 40-50 minutes. Let's move on. We preheat already the oven to 200 Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit, and our tomatoes already diced and seasoned. Good. 40 minutes and we'll move on. While our vegetables are being roasted, we'll prepare the soup base. Also in parallel, we have already prepared the chicken broth with the chicken and a little bit of vegetables. So it's going to be ready. We have also a detailed tutorial how to make it in our other video. I'm going to leave the link over here, but it's already going to be prepared now. And to have the base, we'll have the onion. Let's dice the onion. And the onion is diced. Let's keep it and wait while the tomatoes are roasted. And we'll dice the potatoes. This ingredient will give us extra creaminess. There's also another way you can use the flavor, extra cream, but potato will not spoil the taste. The taste will be kept, but it's gonna give more creaminess to the soup. So use one medium potato. Let's dice it. So we have diced the potato. Dice it on small pieces because we'll have to saute together with the onion before we'll mix all the ingredients together. So the smaller the better. This kind of size. We are ready to prepare the soup base. Let's move on. Again, while the tomatoes being roasted, we are gonna saute our vegetables, the onion along with the potatoes and the broth. Let's start. Let's put the medium heat. I will start with high heat and then go down to medium heat. We'll use olive oil extra virgin. Also, we have in parallel prepared the chicken broth. So that was chicken along with the vegetables. While the pot is hot enough, we are adding around 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Also make it quite hot before we put our onions in. Onions go in. We keep mixing a few minutes until the onion gets softer. Go with the heat a little bit down. So let's give it really several minutes. Once the onion got soft enough, we also add in the potatoes. Mix it thoroughly as well. Give it up to 1 minute to saute together. Okay, and the next we'll have the chicken broth. It's 3 cups. It goes over there as well. Now increase the heat until it is boiled and wait until it's boiled. You can cover and let it 10 to 12 minutes to cook together until the potato is getting soft. Already roasted. You see it really nice. Don't lose any juice because it will also go to that soup. Really nice. Okay, I've given around 12 minutes and now the potato is quite soft. We also have already our tomatoes ready along with the garlic, and we'll start adding the other components to finish our soup. So we have the garlic. Smash it out. Into the soup. That's a mess. Of course, you can give more garlic or less garlic depending how you like it. Again, roasted garlic has different taste, also take that into account. Deep flavor, not so intense anymore. Also, we all sent all the tomatoes inside. We also keep the temperature quite high, medium I would say. All the tomatoes. Okay. Also, you will see there are some leftovers of the juice, which will also go into soup. Flavor is also there. In the meantime, you can also give us your comment. Which kind of soup do you like for your winter dinners? We also prepared the one cream potato soup. I will give the link over here. A good option for your dinners in winter as well. All the tomatoes are already here, and we have some leftovers of the juice, which we don't want to lose. So the tomatoes are in. Few ingredients. We have the basil, fresh basil. Of course, you can use the dried basil, but fresh basil, I really recommend to use it. Gives you more flavor, deep flavor. 1 cup, packed cup of basil also goes inside. And we'll have the Parmesan cheese, around 40 grams. Here we have around 50. We will leave a little bit to assemble our dish. We will mix it and blend now. I'm using the hand blender. You can also use the cup blender. Take your soups in a few I would say, portions and blend it in your cup blender. Okay, and it's done. And a few last steps. And finally, when it is blended, a few last steps. We have heavy cream to add creaminess to the soup. We'll start with a half of the cup, but of course you can give it more depending on the structure. We'll start also with a half of the cup. Mix it. And also now we'll season with salt and pepper based on your taste. Also season with the salt. With a fresh grained pepper. Again, let's increase slightly the temperature to make sure it will be hot enough. And the soup is ready. Let's assemble. Nice creamy structure, I like it. Okay. And the soup is ready. Let's assemble it. Using the Parmesan cheese, we can also add a little bit of heavy cream and few leaves of basil. Let's do it in this way. Okay. And a few leaves of basil. We have prepared the creamy tomato soup today with roasted tomatoes and garlic with a deep flavor due to roasting the vegetables and adding the Parmesan cheese. Subscribe for more recipes. Tell us in the comments if you enjoyed this one. And remember, delicious food makes you happy. See you next time.